Welcome everyone. My name is Tracy Bish. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Central Victoria, Australia. We are crafting with Tracy today, so welcome as you're popping on. Please pop on and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Today's actually the free card class for the month for April, and we're using the Rhino Ready bundle, which is my absolute favorite. It's an online exclusive. So this one here, if you haven't seen it, it's not in any catalogs. You cannot see it in a catalogue, but it is an online exclusive, so you can go into the online store and purchase it there. There's a whole heap of different products in the online exclusives, and we're actually using two products from that online exclusive at the moment. The Rhino Ready bundle, which has some gorgeous dies as well. Lots of African trees and you know, the die cuts that go with the stamp set. Hi Marion, how are you? We are also using the online exclusives of the Basics 3D embossing folders. So these are three wonderful different designs, and we're using all three on our cards today as well. So super exciting for April's free card class using the Rhino Ready bundle. Got a few popping on. So hi Glenda. It is a cute set, absolutely Marion. I think I really do love how Stampin' Up do the cute critters or the animals. So they're, you know, there's just something that I seem to always gravitate to. So yeah, so as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to have it. So hopefully if you've got it in your stash already, you can craft along at home, or place an online order in my online store using this month's hostess code. The order only has to be in product $40, so that's before shipping, and you'll get the whole kit, the whole class kit for free. So that includes embellishments and ribbons and all the die cut pieces. Everything is included, so a really great little added bonus for shopping with me. So hopefully if this interests you, place your order. So hopefully everyone's had a really great week. I feel like I've been really busy, but at the same time, I don't know really what I've done either. I've been really overwhelmed, and I think with two catalogues retiring and a new catalogue coming in, we've got the colour refresh, we've got so much going on. I have dropped the ball a little bit, and yeah, I've just felt overwhelmed with it all. So yeah, I've been trying to work through that. So I did spend a bit of time today. I have over the last couple of weeks started to clean out my craft room. I think that's where my overwhelmingness comes from. My craft room is a mess, and yeah, so I've spent a bit of time today. I had cardstock sitting on the floor, I had cardstock sitting up on a bench, and I've been able to get them packed away and cleaned up a little bit. My DSP was standing in a huge pile opposite the camera here, and yeah, it would fall over quite regularly, and I just kept piling on top. So I've cleaned that out, and it's nice and clean and tidy there for the moment. There's quite a few areas that I need to clean, and I will get there. I just think that while it's so messy, it was just overwhelming me looking around with everything piled and ready to fall. So I think hopefully that as I'm starting to clean up and tidy and put away and get rid of things that don't need to be there, I think that will help lower my anxiousness of everything. Hi Jeanette, how are you? Marion's been playing with some retired DSP to use it up. Awesome job. I have, and I think everyone has, lots and lots of DSP. I know I've been a Stampin' Up demonstrator for 10 years, and I've still got papers from the very beginning that I absolutely loved, and it was too good to use, so they're still sitting there. And that's crazy. Use your paper, people. Anyway, something I say to myself every catalogue, and I never get through it all, but yeah, we need to use our DSP more, I think, absolutely. So how's everyone been? Have you been up to anything exciting? Have you got any news? We had Anzac Day this week, so our family did the dawn service, which was lovely. And then I will admit, we pretty much sat around and not done a real lot. We did go into town. We had to get some milk for the shop. We'd ran out the day before, so we had to go in and get some milk for the shop for everyone the next morning. And we went in and seen the puppies. And I know I didn't post those photos of the puppies, so I'm sorry. I need to put some photos up. I did get some the other day. The puppies are now they were starting to sort of walk around. They look like little robots because they'd sort of do one step and then they'd fall over, but their eyes are open. And my son actually sent, we were talking to him last night, I think it was, and he showed us what the puppies were doing, and they're walking everywhere. So they're getting super active. They're just so gorgeous. We've got a couple that are a lot bigger than others, but you know, they're getting quite big and they're getting fat. So it's super cute to see. But I think they're going to start getting noisy now too. Jeanette's trying to do the card challenge. Well, that's good. Multitasking, that's awesome. Marion said it's only one set, but she's still getting on. Absolutely. That's the way to do one DSP pack at a time, Marion. You're doing well. And Glenda's pre-order finally came today. Yippee. Awesome, Glenda. That's great. I got my my pre-order, I don't know, was it last week, the week before? I've been working on some sample cards, so I haven't done a video yet of my new products. I'm hoping to do that tomorrow because I really did want to create some sample cards just to show you some of the new sets. So I've done that. I haven't done everything that I've purchased, all the stamps and DSP and all that sort of stuff. I just haven't had time, so I've been trying to fit everything in, and so I do have some card samples, and I'll probably do the video with my pre-order tomorrow or the weekend, so stick with me. There'll be a video coming soon. Oh, Marion's going to remind me tomorrow, string on my finger. I'll probably need it. All right. Oh, good morning, Ali. So glad that you're here. And it's nice, I hope it's a nice morning over there. All right, so I have actually a lot to get through today with announcements and the 3 cards that we're making for the free class. But I do want to show you a card that was sent to me by a good friend and team member, Rachel. And I actually received this, when was it, last week? And I couldn't show it on my last week's live because I'd lost it. I'd put it in a safe spot and I'd completely had no idea where I put it. So it's an explosion box that she's done. Isn't this gorgeous? With the Thanks a Bunch stamp set with all the carrots, and she's popped in some grass, and then underneath she's added dirt. Isn't that gorgeous? And she sent me that card, so thank you, Rachel. I'm so sorry that I misplaced it. I was actually sitting under a few other things, but that's my life at the moment. My life is a mess. But yeah, I'm trying to clean up, trying to get it together so we can do better. It is amazing, Ali. Yeah, she's done a really great job. So thank you so much, Rachel. I love to get cards in the mail, and it's always a lovely surprise. So, but I do apologise that I didn't show it last week and I'd misplaced it. She is very clever. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to pop the camera down. We'll go through a few announcements and then we'll do the card class, which I know that's what you're all here for anyway. All right, let me pop it down. Oh, no, I don't want to end the video. That would have been bad. I've got a new system here with my table. I'm just going to turn this other light off because I'll bring this one down. there's a little bit of a lag with the video, so I'll just set up and hopefully we can. I think I'm just going to have to go out and buy some really good lights, like studio proper lights, because this lighting situation is really frustrating me. That is super dark. So we're really starting to get into the wintry weather here in Victoria. Although it's not quite dark outside, I'm right in the middle of my room, so it's a little bit darker on the side. But my little lights that I have just create so much of a flicker. And I thought it was mainly with my new phone, but it seems to be working on this one as well, which is my older phone. Maybe if I just flick this around a little. Seems to be really dark on the right hand side. Alright, we're going to work with that, and hopefully that's not too bad for you guys. No flicker now. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright. So with the new catalogue starting, which is not too far away, we really only have a few more days left of the last chance sale. This is up to 60% off the retiring product. You can see everything that's available over my online store. So if you want to see what's still available, just click on the last chance products. There's a little graphic there on in my online store, and you can see what's available right now. Hurry, because once we hit the 1st of May, they will no longer be available, which will make you sad if you're really after something in particular. Also, I just want to quickly let you know about the Creative Vault. There is a 3D class there that I've done for Wendy Cranford using the milkshake bundle. Now this bundle is amazing, and I'm so happy that it's sticking around to the new annual catalogue. So you're going to see more things from me for that. But we have 3 wonderful projects using this bundle. We have a money wallet or a gift card. You could use either with this wallet. It's like a little purse. We have a milkshake stand card, which is super cute. And then we've got a fun fold card there, also using the same bundle. Now, if you sign up with this affiliate link here, if you put in the coupon code VOLT, this month only, this is the last month that Wendy's offering 50% off. If you put in the coupon code VOLT, that'll give you 50% off. But once we hit the 1st of May, you will no longer be able to get 50% off your first month. So what's really great about the Creative Vault, there are 4 different classes added every single month, but they just keep getting added to the vault. So there are previous months' projects there. There's all Wendy's classes that she's done, all her paper parties sit there for you to watch and for your inspiration. It has a lot of inspiration there. So if you're interested, there is a link in the description of this video, but make sure you use that affiliate link. I get a little bit of the percentage of your order, but you can sign up over on Wendy's website as well. All right. So we're almost finished April, and with the end of April, we're going to lose the April tutorial bundle. This month is packed with so many different projects. There's 52 projects in all, so a really, really great, huge tutorial bundle. You can get this 3 ways. You can place an order in my online store using the host code. You'll get this as well as the free handmade card, which is this one here this month. So you'll get those 2 for free. You could also purchase this over on my blog for $28. So you can be anywhere in the world and you could purchase it through me. Or thirdly, if you would like to join my team, the INKY Stampers, by purchasing your starter kit, you receive all my bundle tutorials for free every single month. So 3 great ways to get the bundle tutorial, and it changes every month. So, you know, you can order from me each month and you're getting different inspiration every single month, which is fantastic. Or be part of the team as well, and you'll also get that inspiration for free. Also, we have the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle using the Enjoy the Adventure suite. This is packed full. There's 12 tutorials, so many beautiful ones. I did create the card last week, and let me just grab it out of my I think I cleaned it up and now I don't know where I've put it. Anyway, I must have put it away. This is available for 3 different ways as well. Spend $100 in my online store using the host code. You could also purchase this over on my blog for $9.99 US. Or if you're part of my team, the INKY Stampers, you also receive this one free every single month. So yeah, lots of inspiration. We have really great simple cards using the suite. So what's really great is we have 12 different people involved, 12 different styles, and you know, we do different things from cards to 3D projects, and you're really getting a great little variety of different ways to use that suite, which is fantastic. And just want to let you know about when the new catalogue launches, which this is it here. So cute. I have an INKY club that is available. You can actually sign up for it now. It runs over 5 months. Each month you're going to receive one of the colours. So, and you're also going to receive an INKY assortment pack. So the cardstock sheets. You're going to get a classic ink pad, an ink refill, 9.1 meters of the textured ribbon, and the stamping blends combo. So you're paying for that, and they will be sent to you straight from Stamping Up. And then you're getting some freebies in this as well. So on the 3rd month, you're going to receive a packet of the INKY dots. On the 4th month, you'll receive the INKY DSP. On the 5th month, you're going to receive the INKY treat bags. And then you're also going to receive at the in month 5, INKY markers, INKY jute trim, and you're also receiving the tutorial bundle each month. So it's $80 per month, which includes postage. It runs over the 5 months, so after the 5 months you'll have all 5 INKYs and all the products. But lots and lots of free gifts. You're getting INKY dots, INKY DSP, INKY treat bags, INKY markers, INKY jute trim, all free, as well as a bundle tutorial every month for being part of it. So you can see all the information over my blog, and the sign up is there as well. And because I just haven't had a chance to get it done, the annual catalogue paper share, I will have that up by Tuesday next week, I promise. This is where you'll receive quarter pack of 12 DSP papers from the new catalogue, plus a free embellishment pack. So all these papers will be cut down to 6 by 6. They'll be put into a plastic bag. It'll have the sticker with the name, the item number, the coordinating colours. You're getting 178 sheets of 6 by 6 paper for $85, and the free embellishment pack. So super great idea, $85, and yeah, you just have to go and sign up over on my blog. I will endeavour to have that done this weekend, but by Tuesday the latest, just because you never know what's going to happen and what I have time for and what I don't have time for. Move my ad to the right. Oh, sorry. Thanks, Marion. Hopefully that's in the shot now. And lastly, April's card class is using the Rhino Ready bundle, using our host code for April. Now you only have between now and the 30th of April to place your order. By placing a $40 in product, so that's before postage, you will get all 3 card kits from me for free. Now, let me just bring in that card kit. It will have everything in there, everything cut, embossed, die cut for you, ready to go. But you will need a few products for this class. Also with the DSP, also with the cards packs, you'll receive a PDF tutorial, and you can come back to this video tutorial to create your projects. I am using the Rhino Ready bundle, so I highly recommend having this set. You could maybe substitute it for another set, but you might not have enough cardstock for your stamping if that's the case, if you want to change it, but I'm sure you could work that out. I'm also using my stylish shape dies for your kits, so everything will be cut, so you don't need those. And I've also used the Basics 3D embossing folders. I love these ones. These are an online exclusive, just like the Rhino Ready bundle, but everything will come embossed for everything that you need anyway. So, but these are a great one to have in your stash. Let's talk about the things that you will, also in your kit. You're going to get the Pool Party Grow Grain ribbon. So that's already in your kit with everything that you need. But let's talk about the things that you are going to need. So the inks are Granny Apple Green, Pool Party, and Pretty Peacock. You could get away with maybe changing a few of the colours if you would like, depending on what you have in your stash, or you could purchase some of the ones that you don't have in order to get the kit, so which is a great idea as well. We're using Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I'm using a water painter, but you could get away with just using a paintbrush or something like that. We have our blending brushes, but you could also use your sponge daubers. And then our stamping blends that we're using this month are Pool Party and Smoky Slate. So hopefully, to me, I think that most of these items you may already have in your stash, so it might not be things that you need to purchase, but you know, by placing a $40 product order, you're going to get this kit for free. So if you don't have any of those, you could add that to that order. All right, let's bring the kit in, and I'm going to show you the cards as well that we're going to create tonight. So this is the first one. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? I just love Granny Apple Green and Pretty Peacock together. Is so amazing. Oh, thank you, Marion. Yeah, absolutely. And then we have this card here. A little different. Look at that embossing. I think that looks like a golf ball to me. Or maybe it's the other side that looks probably more like the golf ball. If you have golfers in your family, that embossing folder set is a great one to have. And then we have this card here. So cute. All right, so we're going to start off creating our first card. I also just want to quickly show you, you will receive the PDF tutorial as well with the kit. Okay, so I have everything here ready to go. Just going to pull out that first kit to start with. And I have shimmery white cardstock here. Now, I didn't realise that shimmery white cardstock is no longer available. When did Stampin' Up get rid of shimmery white cardstock? I have no idea. I just think that's crazy. But we have the shimmery white that we're going to add some ink blending to, and then I have a piece of basic white thick. I'm going to do my stamping first because I want to let that dry to colour with the stamping blends. So I'm just going to grab my stamp out. And I also need that sentiment, hello friend. What's great with these kits, you could change the sentiments around, you could change the design, all the stamp sets. So completely up to you, and that is way too small of a block. Let's try that one. All right, so I'm going to stamp the Memento. When you're using your stamping blends, the Memento is the black ink to use. Perfect. And then we're just going to use that top of that basic white for our sentiment. And I've changed my matting around a little bit. I don't know whether you guys can notice, but there's a big foam piece underneath here, and I think I'm going to have to secure it down to my table because it sort of bubbles a little bit. I don't know how annoying that's going to be for you guys, but I thought I'd give it a go and see whether that helps, but we're going to work with it. So we're going to colour in the rhino with the Smoky Slate stamping blends, but first we'll do our ink blending. So I'm using the blending brushes for that, and I'm going to start with my Pretty Peacock ink, and we're just going to ink blend around the bottom right hand side. So I'm going to add some ink to my blending brush. Oh, thank you, Ellie. Oh yeah, you definitely need the rhino set. 100% agree. So we're just going to add the colour on the right hand side, moving it up a little bit to the top. And we're going to use a nice light hand. And that's very hard for me to do. I don't do light hand very well. But we're just going to keep adding a little bit of colour. I want it to be really nice and vibrant. And as you can see, that's pretty light to start with. Now this shimmery white cardstock has the most beautiful shimmer to it. I honestly don't know when Stampin' Up got rid of it, and I'm glad that I've got a couple of packs there, because it was really good, like, to use as watercolouring, to add a little bit of shine and shimmer to your project. Anyway. Okay, so I've got a good amount of colour there, and I think it looks a little bit darker in the camera than it does here, but I really want to focus right down the bottom here and saturating that dark colour. And when you're ink blending, you want to add the colours gradually, nice light strokes, because you don't want to end up with these big bits that I've got here. I've got a heavy hand, and it's just what I do. But by having a nice light hand, you can gradually add that colour without having any issues. So I really like that. I think that looks really good. We're going to go in with the Granny Apple Green to colour in the other side. And we're sort of blending the colours in the middle here. Oh, so maybe they've just gotten rid of it, Marion. Maybe it's just retiring now. Okay. Well, that makes me happier. So I'm going to grab just a scrap. I didn't tell myself to have a nice light hand, so I've gone in a little bit darker than I wanted to. That's okay. Going over the colour so it changes. You've got that blend in, which looks great. Going to a light on the side. I like that. I think that looks really good. Make sure it's blended really well. Cool. And then let me bring this up a little bit closer so you can see. Can you see the splattering in the background? So I've come in with my water painter and just added water to it. It gives it that really nice speckled, as well as, you know, you've got the shimmery from the paper. So what we're going to do is, I'm just using my water painter. But you could use a paintbrush with a bit of water on it, adding a little bit to the barrel, and then I'm flicking this on. Add as much or as little as you like. And then you can use a paper towel. I've actually just got a dirty cloth, but it'll be fine. I use this for my watercolouring. And I'm just picking up that water off the shimmery white cardstock. And look at that. That's amazing. So that's the effect that I really wanted. I'm happy with that. Let's bring this up. We're going to move on and do our blending with our stamping blends. So with my dark, I'm just going to add dark along the edges. And I'm going to colour his whole tail in with the dark. And just a little bit down, excuse me, down the bottom as well. And then we can blend that light smoky slate in. I've been doing a ton of projects with the Rhino Ready bundle, and I think I might need to go out and purchase another smoky slate pack because I've been using it a lot. I do use the pool party in the third card to colour in the rhino, but you know, rhinos are grey. And I'm a bit funny like that with colouring in things the right colour. Sometimes I step out and colour them different, but for the majority of it, it's got to be the colour that they are. Just blending that dark in. Stampin' Up do a really great job with these blends because anyone can use them and they work really well. They're not a hard thing to use. Everyone can look professional as we colour. I'm doing very basic colouring right here though. A mark there, so I really have to get rid of that. Much better. And then I'm going to come back in with that dark and just do the toenails and around the bottom of his horn, leaving the horn white. So with our sentiment, I'm just going to use my scissors and cut that end bit off before we die cut him. There we go. And he's a sitting down rhino, so we have the sitting down die there. We'll get away with the mini cut and emboss machine, so let's bring that in. This is great for those little die cuts that you have. It takes up so much less room on your desk. Right, there we go. Placing number 2 over the top. And running this through. Hi Tricia, how are you? It's nice to have you on here. Alrighty. So that did move just a fraction when I was running that through. So what I might do is I'm going to grab my snips and I'm just going to do a quick fussy cut where it seems to be a little bit too thick for me. So just on his left side. Hey, Dale. Hubby's been to town. And I can just do a quick trim. How do you guys go? Do you cut straight? I'm not very good at it. Longer hand scissors actually do help with it though. Alright, so we have our pieces. I'm going to bring in, so part of the kit, we have a basic white thick card base. It's pre-scored. I'm just going to use my bone folder and make sure that that's down really well. We have a piece of pretty peacock cardstock that's cut as our mat for our piece that we have ink blended. From that mat, I have die cut one of those large monstera leaves. This is a really great tip for saving cardstock. So if you're covering up and you've got this big bit of cardstock that you're using as a mat, die cut from the middle. You're not going to notice, you're not going to miss it, but you're saving your cardstock, so which is a great idea. Then I also have the stitched shape die. Now this is the second largest in the circle dies, and I've embossed with that crosshatch embossing folder, which is that pack of 3. So yeah, which is great. I love this one. This is actually my favorite embossing. So we're going to add these down with our pretty peacock. I'm just going to use normal green glue, so our liquid glue, and pop that down. We are going to use some dimensionals to pop up that next layer. I'm going to pop this one up with some dimensionals, and I did grab a new one before I went live because the other one had just the very bones and not very many left, and I thought that won't get me through today's live. Yes, my hubby Adam likes to let everyone know that he's here. It's a wonder he doesn't come down and get on camera half the time. He says he's shy, but he's really not. So we're layering that over the top. I'm also going to be popping up, I popped that one up with dimensionals. So lots of dimensionals on this card. You could certainly use less dimensionals and just place down with liquid glue. Personally, I love cards with dimension. It's not going to have that much dimension that it won't go through with a normal envelope, so you don't have to worry about that. We're going to add that monstera leaf to the back of our little rhino, and for that I'm just going to use a glue dot. These are the fastest and easiest way to attaching embellishments or die cuts. So popping him in down like that. I'm also going to add a glue dot to the end of my sentiment, like so, and popping him behind. And I just want to trim this one down, the sentiment piece down just a fraction, and then we can add some more dimensionals down. Now, I'm not going to add a full dimensional to the end of the sentiment. It's going to pop off that circle, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Oops, there we go. Now, if you're making these cards at home, I highly recommend adding, stamping the inside, or maybe you could stamp in memento and colour it in, and then die cut another piece to go inside. That would look really good. I'm just going to leave it blank while we're doing the class tonight, but you could please yourself as you're going. Also in the kit there is a strip of rhinestones there. So we're going to add 3 of these rhinestones down onto the card. Now, I'm changing this one up. I'm going to use a big one and then 2 smaller ones. You could also change the colour of the rhinestones by using your stamping blends and colouring these in. That's a really great tip, and it's a really cheap and economic way if you're starting out and you like colouring of having embellishments. So our rhinestones and our basic pearls are very, very inexpensive. You get a lot in your sheet, and then if you've got the stamping blends colours, then you can colour those in, and you've got any coloured embellishment then when you need it. So there we have it. There is our first card. Super simple, great little background detail with the ink blending and the water flicking. And I've actually got more water on that one than my sample. It's a little bit harder to see, so I love that there's a lot more water droplets there. All right, so card 1 is done. Let's bring in card 2. So that's this one here. Pop that up there. Let me get the kit out. So in the kit you have the card base, which I have already pre-scored. I'll turn that over and run my bone folder over. I have embossed the top half with one of those embossing folders. I would say big golf ball embossing folder. Stampin' Up! Didn't name these basics. It's just all basics 3D, and they each don't have their name, but we're going with golf ball. And I have chopped off on the card front 3/4 of an inch off the end, so we have a different look to our card. Also in the kit you're going to have a piece of smoky slate cardstock, piece of basic white cardstock, another piece of basic white. This one is to go behind your smoky slate. This one we're using for our stamping, and then we have a die cut tree limb from Early Espresso, and then the tree top is granny apple green. Gorgeous. Hi Pam, how are you? Oh, thank you Jeanette, you liked that last card. Awesome. Alright, so we're going to start off with stamping that rhino and the little bird. So with that stamp, the rhino comes with one of the little birds already on his back. So we're going to do that one, but there's also a little bird in there that we're going to stamp. And while we've got the stamps out, I'm also going to get that sentiment, which is you're stronger than you think. I think this is a really great sentiment for a card to send to someone that maybe is struggling a little bit, or just needs that little pep talk. So, which I think is great. I could have done with this stamp this week. Oh my goodness. I think sometimes we talk ourselves into being in a rut. Anyway, so I'm going to grab my Memento Tuxedo black ink. We're going to stamp both the rhino with the bird and then the bird. And we're going to colour those in with the Smoky Slate and Pool Party. Hubby's back. So you've got plenty of room for extra stamping if you need to, but you should be right. Okay, so I'm going to move that to the side. We're going to bring in both the card base and the Smoky Slate, and we're going to stamp, oh, and I didn't get that out. I'm going to stamp those, the grass in Granny Apple Green. The dogs are back too, apparently. They've been over at my mum's place. So we want to stamp, if you have a look inside this, it looks like it's one piece, but then when you open it up, you can see the grass as well. So I want to open this up stamp the grass inside, just all the way along. There is actually a die that cuts this out as well, which is great. So we've got the inside of the card. Let's bring in the smoky slate. And I just want to get probably about half or a little less than half with on the edge of that smoky slate. And I'm sort of making it a different length because grass is not all the same lengths, but I just wanted to give that extra feature as we place down the tree and the rhino there. So great. While we're doing our stamping, I also want to grab the memento and stamp our sentiment. I want a nice dark sentiment there. And that is my German Shepherd dog at the front door of the shop. Perfect. And while we're still waiting for our stamped image to dry, I'm going to also bring in my blending brush that's got Granny Apple Green on it. And we're just going to ink blend on the end. Let me grab that piece of paper that we had before. And I'm just using the ink that's already on there. I think that'll be enough on there already. Just adding a little bit of extra colour to that die cut. You don't have to put too much down, but it will show up. Look how messy my fingers are. It's just ink, everyone. I'm a messy crafter. Alright, so we have those pieces all ready to go. We can now colour in our stamped pieces. So once again, actually I'm just going to keep this nice and easy using the light smoky slate and just doing a plain colour. So I'm going around the edges first, and then we're going to use the dark for our little areas that Stampin' Up have in the stamp that tells you the creases and where the shadows are, which is great. I'm going to come back in with the dark stamping blend and colour those areas in. So I've gone with my small tip end all around the edges. I'm going to come in with the dark, and this is what I've used a lot. It's not the very best end anymore, which is exactly why I need another one. I couldn't tell you how many rhinos I've coloured using this pen. Lots and lots. So cute. Let's bring back in the dark, and I want to do the bottom of his horn in the dark, and then just add in where those little marks are for a little extra colour. The end of his tail I want dark, and then his toenails as well. How cute is that? Now I could go back in with the light and blend in those dark areas. I'm going to leave it because I'm not too worried about it. And then we're going to use the pool party for the little birds. And I'm using the dark. I want the birds to sort of really stand out really nice. So cute. Alright. I'm going to bring in the mini again and do our quick die cutting. just out of interest, how many people have the Rhino Ready bundle? So I need both the little, oh, the other little bird, oh, Pam says she could have done with this one a couple of months, the last couple of months. Oh. Ali's loving the card. Marion doesn't have it. Okay. I think what sold me on this set was actually this tree, this African tree. I just love how good it looks. And I think, you know, you could do so many different projects with it. Like, look at it. Absolutely gorgeous. I think that would look really nice on a scrapbooking card as well. Okay, let's get rid of that because that's ugly. Let me get another bit of paper. A dirty base always distracts me, so I don't know whether it annoys you guys or not, but for me it's just, I just can't stand it. So we're going to add some liquid glue to the bottom or the top of our smoky slate card. So I'm just going to run a strip. I'm going to get rid of that one. I've got quite a few almost empty glues on my desk. That one I'm getting rid of as well. This one is a new one. So we've got that strip. I'm just going to line that up and pop him across. It's a little bit too big, so must have not measured that correctly. So a nice little white border that sort of breaks it up just slightly. We're going to glue this to our card base, and we're going to glue it to the very bottom of the card. So where we've cut that 3/4 of an inch off, that's where we're going to glue it to. I wonder if I could change your mind, Jeanette. So just gluing that down to the very edge. And I need to clean my hands because I've just popped Memento down onto my card base. That's the problem with being a messy crafter. I think we can cover that up. It'll be fine. Okay. I'm going to also glue down both the tree. So this is the trunk, limb, tree trunk. I'm going to pop this down here. We're going to pop up the tree top with some dimensionals. Three will be fine. I think this is a really great set to have, so I don't think you'll go wrong. So we're also going to pop a dimensional down to pop him on top of the tree, and I'm going to use a little mini one for that one. You could cut down just a normal size dimensional. That would work as well. Hi everyone, so glad that you've joined. Hope you're enjoying this class. And then we're just going to use our liquid glue to glue down the rhino. It's just going to be frolicking along. Isn't that cute? So there is no embellishments on this one. Very, very simple. I don't think that Granny Apple Green is too dark to be able to write on. I don't have a problem with that. But if you do, you could always put a strip of basic white inside. But isn't that gorgeous? You are stronger than you think. And this little rhino looks like he's on a mission. So I think that's a great sentiment for this little rhino. So there's card number 2. Love it. I love this embossing folder too. Okay, card number 3 is this one here. Oh, upside down, Miss Jane. Very, very simple card again, but changing it around a little bit with the front. This is also using the Designer Daydream DSP, which is in the annual catalogue. It is retiring, and I actually love it. I think this has been a great DSP pack. It's huge. I think it's 48 sheets, but it's included in your pack, so you don't have to worry about having that DSP. But if you use this design, you could certainly use any DSP that you had. So you have the pool party ribbon in there. We have the DSP pieces. I have the square. I think this is the second largest square from the Stylish Shape Dies, and this is the 3rd embossing folder that we're using from those Basics 3D embossing folders. So we've used all 3 on the cards. There is a little party hat die cut in Pool Party in your kit. That is just scrap. Piece of basic white thick for our rhino. I've got the inside piece for the card, and then we have card front of Pool Party. Now we are going to have to score the card front to create this little fun front. So let's just score that down properly. I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, and we're going to score the card front at 1 inch. So this is the front. Pop it in at the 1 inch mark and give it a score. So I haven't done that with your kit, but it's easy enough to do. So, and we're just going to fold that back and using the bone folder to burnish that really well. How easy is that? Simple, simple, but when you're adding the DSP in, it's just so pretty. So we want to stamp our rhino first, just to give him a little bit of time to dry while we add in all our layers. So Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I'm going to be colouring in this one in Pool Party instead of Smoky Slate, so something a little different. Cute, that's nice and dark. Alright, so I'm going to move that to the side, let that dry a little bit. Let's bring the card base in. I'm going to add my DSP pieces first. So this one's going to go at the front, like so. I'm going to use the opposite side, this little strip, and we're going to attach it to that 1 inch tab there. How simple is this card, but this DSP really just makes it pop up. It's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so we have that. I'm going to move that to the side. Let's bring in our basic white. This is the inside piece of our cardstock. And for this one, we're going to be stamping inside with Pool Party. So we need the little party blower and the sentiment, hope your birthday is wild. So we've got Pool Party ink. I need to grab those 2 stamps. And we're just stamping down the right hand side with that party blower just to give it just a little added interest there. So, stamp the sentiment. I'm actually going to stamp it pretty much in the middle. This is my little trick of, I don't know whether I've told you guys, but I hate writing inside of cards. My husband actually does it because I say, well, I make the cards, you can write inside them. So all my family, all his family get cards that are made by me, but my hubby writes inside. So my trick of doing it in the middle means that when I actually have to write in cards, I don't have to write too much. I don't know, it's something that I've never really liked doing. I don't like my own handwriting, so that doesn't help. But oh, I'm going to leave it there. It's a little bit on the end, but it'll be fine. But yeah, I don't like my handwriting, and I never, I don't have those nice flowy words to write inside a card, so it's just something that I've never been good at or liked doing. So anyway, it's always a good trick if you're all the same as me and you don't like to write too much. Oh, thank you, Trisha. Oh, Marion said very Moroccan DSP. Yes, it does have that feel, absolutely. Okay, well, let's come back in with that little rhino and also that little party hat. We're going to bring the Pool Party stamping blends and give it a quick colour. So for this one, I've actually coloured the horn in the dark, the tail, just the end piece in dark, his little toenails, and then I'll come back in and actually colour in those shaded pieces, but I want them to sort of stand out a little bit. So the easy way of doing that is to colour with the light first and then come back in with the dark. So the light's actually really, really light, which is great. It could be that this might be running out of puff as well. You never know. For someone who doesn't usually like colouring in, I absolutely love colouring in now. I just find stamping blends are just a nice, easy, I don't know whether they're relaxing, but I don't know, I don't mind doing it. It's fun. And Stampin' Up have so many more stamp sets coming out that require colouring, so I think if you don't like colouring, you're limiting yourself with stamp sets. So as you can see, that was super easy colouring. Kids at school would do a lot better than that, but anyway. Coming in with the dark, and I'm just adding that extra colour where those shading pieces are. Cute. And then with that party hat, I'm going to use the dark stamping blend and colour in the top, like the pom-pom, and then just inside the circles. So like that. Very, very simple. Gonna bring the little mini back in. That mini's been a really great tool tonight. Sometimes you can't get away with using all the mini for all your projects because, you know, your embossing folder might be too big, or one of your dies might be too big. But been pretty lucky. Okay. Now, if you're enjoying this video and the cards, if you could give me a thumbs up, maybe even share the video, I would really appreciate that. That way other people could see the video, see the card class and the fun. Okay. Better not lose his little party hat, that would be tragic. So we're going to add the party hat just with a little mini glue dot. to the top of his head. So cute. And we're going to add some dimensionals to that to adhere to our square die cut. Oops. So lots of dimensionals. Adding him to the middle. So cute. And then we're going to add dimensionals just to this right hand side. So he's sort of popped up on that 1 inch tab. So I'm going to add 3 along there. And I want to get this position in first. So right along the edge. Yep. Like so. And then I'm going to open it up. I'm just going to add a couple of dimensionals to the inside. You could leave it so your flap was not adhered down. I'm actually going to adhere that down and then pop 2 more there on that die cut to keep it all stuck down. Like so. So it has the illusion of it's sort of popping up, but it's just the card front. Cute. Alright, so we have a little piece of ribbon. I think this is 10 inches of the Pool Party Grow Grain ribbon. I'm just going to create a nice little... see if I can do that a little bit better. And we're going to glue this down with a mini glue dot as well. That's cute. Got a little bit too much there. Let's chop some of that off. Again, using another mini glue dot. Let's get rid of all that end. It's a big bit that there's no glue dots there. I'm going to pop that up on that corner. And then lastly, we're just going to bring in those dimensionals, those rhinestones that we had previously. I think there's 9 in the kit. So we're just going to add these down as well. I'm using my Take My Pick tool to pick these up really easily. It just slides on over and up. I recommend this tool. And in the new annual catalogue, there is another add-on tools that you can add to your Take My Pick tool. So I'm excited for that. I think that's going to be fun. One's a perforating wheel. So I think that's something a little bit different. I think we did have perforating wheels a while ago, but anyway, it's going to be a new little kit that we can be able to grab in May. So there we have it. That is card number 3. So cute. Very, very simple. Let's bring in those cards again so you can remember what we did. That's a side one. That is a top. So to get this card kit for free, all you need to do is place an order in my online store. $40 in product, so that's before postage, using this host code here. Now you only have from today till the end of the month, which is the 30th of April, to take up this wonderful offer. I will send them out to you at the end of the month. I'll grab them, put them all together and send them out to all my customers. So if you spend over $100 though before shipping, I'll not only send you this kit, you'll also receive the bundle tutorial and the handmade card. So completely up to you, but there's lots of inspiration there. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate everyone popping on and leaving a comment, giving me a thumbs up, and even sharing this video. If you've shared the video, I really appreciate that. I'll be back next Thursday with another video, although I'm hoping to be back either tomorrow or the weekend to do my pre-order video. If not, I will just video it and then pop it up. I'm not sure whether I'll have time to do live or what we'll do, but yeah, we'll see how we go. So I really hope that you'll enjoy your Friday and then the weekend. I'll have a new themed Tracy Sunday challenge if you would like to join in with that. I'm loving what everyone's creating the last couple of weeks. You've done an amazing job with your themes. So this week it's still running, so if you want to join in, is In the Wild, which is perfect for this Rhino Ready bundle. So if you're interested, please go over and do that. All right, everyone, thank you so much. I hope that you have a wonderful night, and I'll see you all really soon. Bye-bye.